CapeTown, day one, 2016, game one. It is Scotland, the 10th seeds up against Samoa, the 9th seed. And these teams have been playing on the circuit for a long time now as the fans settle in for this first game. And it's been an even contest in recent times between Samoa and Scotland. Terrific stadium, terrific venue. Samoa leading the head-to-head 30-9. They've had two ties in the series. Last met in Paris this year, and it was Samoa that won 17 points to 12. But in the last 8 encounters, they've been sharing the victories. It's 4 wins, 4 losses for both teams, and they've all been pretty close as well. Well, Greg Clark in the commentary chair for game one, alongside me, former Springbok and a legend in the South African rugby, Joel Stransky. Here's the two lineups here, Joel, but an interesting contest first up.
Very much so. Great way to start the tournament. Pool D clash between Scotland and Samoa. Clark, you said it. They've been quite even over the last few seasons, and Scotland in particular have come to the fore as a sevens playing nation.
Look at the bottom there. The coach of Samoa for this tournament and last week is Stephen Beetham. He's been in charge before, but there will be a very interested spectator in the crowd here. Sir Gordon Titchens, the long-time successful coach of the All Black Sevens, and we all thought he was going to give it all away, but he wanted to go around at least one more year, and so he takes over as the official coach of Samoa in the new year.
And he is down watching, isn't he? So he's in the stadium trying to just remain neutral as this team takes to the field.
So the first teams make their way out into the sunshine here in CapeTown on day one, and it is Scotland on the left, and there's Scott Riddell. Riddell, this is his 52nd tournament, made his debut way back in San Diego in 2009, and Samoa. Samoa were 10th in Dubai. They had 3 wins, 3 losses. They're missing Fa'alamayanga. Sele played for Hawke's Bay in New Zealand in the domestic competition. Not available here. A referee is rested. Masifenga from South Africa, and what a year it's been for him. He controlled the gold medal match at the Rio Olympics.
Just check if there's a queue to go.
An award winner as well in 2016 for his efforts.
He's there behind you, Philip, with the green cap. Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Samoa ready, and Scotland will be kicking off.
The spin goes on one, you kick off, yeah? It's a tag you
receive into the little bit of the morning sun now. It is boiling hot already here in Cape Town. Perfect way to start the tournament. The crowds will flock in later. Massive crowd expected.
It's sold out in a matter of hours. And CapeTown Sevens 2016 is underway. And Samoa, good solid take from Mialoi. And they fling it across to the far side. And there's an early mistake which will see the referee blow it up for a scrum. So maybe a bit of a nervous start there for the Samoans, who have Gordon Titchens looking over them. So they're obviously out not only to perform well for their teammates, but also for their new coach.
Yeah, very much so. Nervous start from both sides, actually. The kickoff was a bit of a wobbly old one. It was well gathered. The error coming out wide, not the ideal start. The Scots will think it's the perfect start, and maybe take some credit for pressurising the Samoans into a mistake. Early attacking position, big open side, loads of space.
So great field position early on for Scotland. A couple of missed tackles there as the Scots work their way into the 22. Fraser Lyle out wide, he gives it now to Fife, and he's wrapped up. Good solid defence by Samoa, but they were able to stretch him. And now they head to the other side. Riddell, the captain, slight fumble, but he got it away to Johnston, and he takes plenty of stopping. Good solid carry by Johnston. And now it's there again for Scotland. Lyle trying to find a way through, right in front of the sticks. They just have to remain patient here. Fife out wide, looking for the switch, and he loses it. So that's great pressure from Samoa. Advantage is over as they head wide.
Lay on. Good turnover.
So the turnover was okay, and it is a play on for Samoa, but That was a key tackle, Joel.
Yeah, very well read by Scott Riddell. Came up quickly, made the tackle, and that's a good hold up from the Scottish defence. It's a mauler, and undoubtedly it will go to ground at some point, and the pudding will be for the Scots unless the ball's turned very quickly. Oh, Samoa have scrambled it back somehow, and they've got big space.
Yeah, plenty of space out here on the left for Samoa. And so finally they work their way up to halfway. They've had to spend most of this half in their own 22. Looking to go wide. They don't fall for the dummy. Urumia goes to ground, but oh, there's a beautiful ball around the corner. Now all of a sudden it is opening up, and it is a try to Samoa. So they were able to withstand the early pressure, and then at the other end of the paddock they run away and score the opener.
Well, Scotland will be kicking themselves. They had the chance to force a turnover by forcing the maul. Somehow Samoa recycled it. One or two brilliant little balls. That is a spectacular pass out the back from Tila Mealoi. And then the gas man, enough pace to get him in. Good run through, good score. Rounded off by Samoa Tolau.
Yeah, he scored 2 tries in Dubai last week, and first on the score sheet in Cape Town in 2016. Samoa Tolau, the 23-year-old, and the conversion successful. So it's 7 points to 0. Samoa over Scotland.
Well, so important in this game is about absorbing the pressure, and Samoa absorbed it unbelievably well. They were down in their danger zone for much of the phases of play. Out they came, and Tolau was in.
8.
And it will be Samoa kicking off. Remember, in sevens, the team that scores restarts. 7 minutes each way, and this is not a... Oh, did it go the 10? No, not quite. Almost. It will come back to the centre spot.
Yeah. Oh, in the front thing. On the half.
So many set moves we see nowadays from these little starts. Across it comes. Trying to create numbers on one side or the other. Done it well of Scotland.
Yeah, Johnson getting it to the support on the far side. And Scotland looking to hit back now. And they've lost it. So scrappy play from the Scots. And more possession for Samoa. 1-on-1 out here. Langkill got the pass back on the inside. Good cover defence though from Scott White. And the penalty goes to Samoa.
Yeah.
They have to take it on the spot. And they'll just slow things down a little bit and to set up a set piece play.
Well, it's really warm out there in the sun. Must be all of 30 degrees already, I guess. And no surprise that they've slowed it down.
Galatosi Tupu takes the tap. Looking to create the overlap, but out wide, and it was a big tackle, had to be made. But it's still there for Samoa on the 22, Scotland territory. Wide ball, need a good bounce. It was a wobbly one for Urumia, but he ducked under the tackle of Lyle. So Francis Urumia
Ruck form.
Earns the penalty. Taken quickly by Mealoi. Wide ball. They needed to keep going to the right where they had an overlap, but they might still finish it off here on the inside. Langkill is 5 metres out. Samoa on the charge. 1-on-1 here. He's over.
Fantastic to try. Over for the try. Well worked, actually. Under a lot of pressure this time. The tap and go from the penalty. Scotland were in from the side, and pretty much the speed of the use of ball. It's catching out the Scottish defence at the moment. Samoa controlling the ball, controlling the territory as well. It's not that important in the game of sevens, but most importantly, they've got possession and they're making it count. Good step inside, that goes to the line. Impossible to stop.
Good try from Galatosi Tupu. 55th tournament, one of the more experienced, in fact the most experienced in this match day squad of 12 today. The man from Vaiala. 63 career tries leading into this tournament. Scotland in Dubai. They finished 6th, lost to Australia in the playoff for 5th. They won London back in May as the halftime siren sounds. So they'll get another crack at trying to get on the score sheet here. Good take from Robertson. And Johnston getting it wide. It's been a very committed first half by Samoa.
Leave the half.
They've done a lot of homework after that 10th place finish in Dubai last week. So it would appear. And White trying to release his man out here on the right wing, Robertson. White goes in and rips it, floats one over the top, picked up by Riddell, up over halfway. And just looking to put some phases together here. Scotland well after the halftime siren. Riddell straightens, good tackle, keeps it alive, flings it out the back door. Nothing there for Johnston, and penalty there. High tackle
Number
taken
12.
quickly by White. And White showing and then
New
going.
advantage, high tackle.
Another high tackle, and then a clear run to the line. Scotland, good timing. A long time after the half-time siren. And McLennan is in for the try.
Great patience shown by the Scots. No real gas man on the outside. They had created the space once or twice, but not able to capitalise. Through the middle they eventually went. And Nick McLennan realised that there was a bit of space there, a bit of a gap, put his head down and over he's gone. And most importantly, real patience in the build-up, real patience in the execution. And it's going to be the way the Scots have to play if they're going to come back and win this game.
12-7 at half-time, Samoa leading.
Okay boys, take 20 seconds. And once you've got the 20 seconds of the drink, eyes and ears on here, please. Give us a towel or something? Okay, right, listen in please. At this point in time, we've got individuals, when line breaks are being made, we are hoping that we score. We're just hoping. We're hoping that guy gets easy running. We must work harder. It needs one guy to strap his nuts on and work harder around the corner, and they're walk-ins. If we do not get that level of energy, they will present numbers, and that's where they're getting bodies in front of us. It is one guy working harder, boys, and you've shown off patient phases, ball security, great energy at the end there, built the score. Thank you very much. Next action in this one has to be the same. Mark.
That's a simple thing for me, it's just energy. That's all. We went back to the Uganda, just passing on was expected. Just walk it in, it's one call. Somebody have a fucking go.
If it's middle of the field, wherever the source of possession is, Bobby, we work around the corner there. After 2-3 phases, what's the picture? Exactly, so that's heads up and we go, okay, and back the guy up. Defensively, listen, first up.
Upcoming games don't go anywhere. We're only one of the matches into the schedule. And Wales and Uganda. Uganda were the entertainers in Dubai last week. New Zealand, can they bounce back from a disappointing Dubai? They start with the match against Argentina. Plenty to look forward to.
And for the South African fans out there wondering when the Blitzbok get underway, they are off in their first game at 12:49 against Russia. And well, you'd fancy that to be a good start for them, and let's hope so.
They're able to sleep in today.
Mind you, they do finish quite late this evening. They also had the last game, which is at about 5 minutes to 8, which is quite late. But back to the present, Samoa against Scotland.
The whistle's gone.
Eloy kicks off. And oh, that's a beautiful take by Asafalau. Sprinting for the corner, reaches out, dots it down. Did he get it on the line? Yes, he did. What a start by Samoa in the second half.
So important to control the restart. Scotland with the error. Over the head it went. Asafalau with a spectacular take above his head. Look at this. Great skill, this. Grab it out the air. Too much pace for the Scottish defence. Had a bit of work to do, actually. Good tackle from McLennan. Stretched and scored the perfect start to the second half. Desperately bad start for Scotland. They scored on the brink of half time. So important they didn't concede. They have. Samoa off to a flyer in the second.
And from out wide, the conversion attempt is an absolute beauty. Avatasi Tupou has nailed that one, Joel Stransky style. And it's 19 points to 7. Wow. Samoa with some breathing space early in the second half.
A great kick. We sometimes underestimate the importance of the conversions. Brilliant kick.
They are so important. And now it's important for Scotland to hit back. James Fleming goes to ground.
Contest is good.
Looking to spread them wide. Lyle got away from a couple. Oh, and he put the foot on the gas. It just ankle tapped, and now the penalty goes against Samoa.
Knock on offside.
You just can't help feeling Scotland have got to work so much harder for their points, don't they? They don't have the real pace. They've got to go up the middle. The ankle tap there, just bringing Fraser Lyle down when a little bit more pace, he may well have been gone.
Still plenty of time for the Scots as they switch. And Johnson tries the direct route, goes to ground inside the 22. Lyle. And that's not a great pass, but the bounce is good for Fleming. He can't get rid of Tupou.
Ruck.
So White. And direct running, White backing up, and there, where's the next support player? There he is, Fraser Lyle, and that's more like the Scotland team that we expect, especially after last week and some good performances in Dubai at times. So they've hit back, 19-12, kick to come.
Yeah, great try, brilliant support play, Lyle. The last man, there were a couple of real patient bits of interplay there. Particular Robertson held it up well, timed the pass to perfection. Lyle came at pace. Good finishing off from the Scottish team, bringing them back into the game. So important now to receive the kickoff well. Still 3.5 minutes, plenty of time in this game.
Okay, let's go. 10.
19-14. Comes back for Samoa, and the kick ahead. And the chase is on. And can he, oh, just knocking it on there was Motonga. Gee, it was on, wasn't it?
Oh, it's definitely on. Such a difficult skill, though, at pace to try and pick up a rolling ball. Very difficult. Maybe just did enough here in defence, Scott White, just to distract the Samoan and force the error. Great pace shown in the chase, though. And here comes the little knock on. Bouncing ball, right, bouncing awkwardly. The one-handed scoop attempted.
Bind. Set.
So Scotland looking to run it out of their own 22, and they do that successfully.
Tackle only.
Through the hands. Good straight running from Thundale. He looked to offload, and it's gone forward.
Not advantage.
Samoa.
Over.
Favu is out there. Robertson. Fife. Pull down. Good tackle. Good support play, though. The race is on. It's a sprint for the corner. It was a terrific tackle, but not held. And Scotland are into touch the try zone, but no try.
Well deemed to be held in the tackle. Bit more pace on the outside now with a couple of changes for Scotland. Fleming showing an almost clean set of heels there. Well, if he just placed the ball down, picked it up, he would have been all right. The fact that he was tackled, went to ground, never released the ball, meant Rasto Rasavenga came back for the penalty.
Wow, that's a near miss by the Scots. They had the game against England won last week, but forgot about the new law, and they blew it.
Let's go.
Putting the ball into touch after the siren.
Yeah, and then lost their line out, didn't they?
Not 5, eh? Not 5.
Not 5, so Scotland looking for a big play. And this is Fleming. Held up, but it goes back to White, who's trying to rip.
Maul form because he joined in. Maul.
It was a maul, and so it's going to be Samoa with the put in.
Yep.
Very interested spectator.
Off,
Sir Gordon Titchens, former long-time New Zealand Sevens coach. And he retired from that job after the Rio Olympics, and now, after surprising everybody, he's a spectator here.
And loving every minute, I guess. CapeTown treating him well.
Number 1 as well.
And he's actually going to be taking over as head coach of Samoa in the new year. Birthday yesterday. He has so many fans here, and about 150 locals took him out to the Newlands ground and gave him a birthday party.
And rightly so. He's a legend of the game of rugby union. And well, we know our South Africans, particularly Cape Townians, love the All Blacks, and great to show their respects.
Mealoy flings it out to midfield through Taloa over on the far side. Samoa now just need to count down the clock. 19-14. Samoa leading. And this would be a very good scalp for them early on day one if they can hold on and win this one against Scotland. Motunga out to Taloa, and it's a great run up towards halfway. Mealoy, and the support play was good, and now it's gone forward, so they do offer up an opportunity here for Scotland. Naifavu, the Fijian-born player who adds great impact off the bench. Now this is Farndale now. Horn goes in. Horn just trying to catch the napping around the ruck.
Tackling the player.
It's a penalty. Advantage being played here for Scotland. Naifavu. The Fijian mitt around the ball, and he offloads backwards. And now there's an opportunity here. Horn floats one over the top to Fleming. Fleming! As the siren sounds, he dots it down. And so we are locked up in day one, match one action. Samoa and Scotland, the kick to come for the win.
Well, it's a different Scottish team in the second half. Loads more pace, loads more urgency. Some real smart play the way they manipulated the space, found a lot of space out wide in the hands of the flyer, James Fleming. He rounded, he tried to get round the end of the poles, well stopped though. It means it's a tough conversion, and it's for the win. 19-all. What a tight game to start.
So spare a thought for Scott White, 31 years of age, and here's a conversion for the victory. It's over! Wow, they have come back from the dead. Scotland, and look at the disappointment on the face of the Samoans. Celebrations early on for Scotland. They've got there by 21 points to 19. What about the nerves of Scott White and the conversion? Scotland 21, Samoa 19.